Here's some brutally honest financial advice, because I'm done holding back. If I ask you the question, what's the purpose of money? And you tell me it's to spend, I want you to get a pen and a piece of paper and listen to this advice I'm about to tell you, because I'm going to help you build a strong, solid foundation with your money. So let's get into it now. Now, the first thing we got to do is change your mindset about money, because you're thinking money's meant to be spent. Money's not meant to be spent. Money is currency. It flows in and it goes out. It flows in and it flows out. But the problem is you got more money flowing out than coming in. You got all these bills. You got credit card debt. You got a car note. You got all these bills, but money is not meant to be spent. The definition and the purpose of money is money's supposed to make money. Money's supposed to make money. And once you get that in your mind and put that in your mindset, your whole life going to change. Because if you don't know how that money is going to make money, you say, well, how's it going to make money? Investing. Not only just investing, make that money go to work. Give that money some work to do. Because if the money goes out and doesn't come back, it's not good. And I'm going to give you a good example if you don't understand what I'm saying. Most of you that's watching these videos, you have a job. I don't care if it's a salary. I don't care if you're getting paid by the hour. Somebody hired you, a company hired you and paid you a salary. And you best to believe they're making at least 10 times what they're paying you in a salary, what they're making. Here's a good example. Let's just say, break it down to the lowest common denominator. You're working at McDonald's. You're making $15 an hour. You're standing at the register doing lunchtime, 1 hour doing lunchtime. You rack up over $2,500 in sales. McDonald's paid you $15, and they get over $2,485 from your work. Now, how do I break that down? They invested $15 for you to work an hour, and they got $2,485 in return. That's how investment works. The money is making money. They gave you $15 and they got $2,485 back just for 1 hour of work. The same thing if you're getting paid by the year. The same principle is in operation. Money is supposed to make money. How do we put that into activation in your life? Whatever money you have in your life that's coming in daily from your job, from your side hustle, whatever the case is, put that money to work for you, because money is supposed to make money. Next thing is, don't spend, invest. Don't spend, invest. Because if you look at the word spend, what does it say? End. S-P, end. You take the money and you spend it, that means that's the end of that money coming back to you. It's not going to come back to you, because if you spend it, that's the end. That's my own little definition now. You spend, that's the end. I want you to put that in your mindset. Don't spend, invest. Yeah, we know we got to take care of our needs. You know, a food, a clothes, a shelter, where we living at, the whole nine. But everything after that you have left over, invest it. Put that money to work. Where you're saying, I don't know where to put it at. Anthony, I don't know where to put the money at. Start small. Get a money market. Start even smaller. Go to Robinhood. Go to these little apps they have. You can put money in there. You can buy fractional shares of stocks, fractional shares of cryptocurrency. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving you examples. Invest. Don't spend. Because as you might say, well, I need a new car. I need a new car. Yeah, but what I'm telling you is, I'd rather invest in some real estate, invest in some crypto, invest in something that's going to bring money to me, instead of getting something that's not appreciating, that's not going to bring money back to me, because I want my money to work. You want your money to work? Type in the comment section, hashtag money work, because I want you to build a strong foundation for your money. Don't spend, invest. The next thing I want you to realize is, don't start without a plan. Please don't start without a plan, because you can plan to start, but please don't start without a plan. Because number one, if you don't got a plan, how do you know that you're going to achieve your goals. It's like building a house. I'm helping you build a strong, solid financial foundation with your money. You got to have a plan. Write out what's your goals. What's your goal for this money? What's the goal? You want to go out and make some money, but what's the goal of that money? You want to be financial free. Why you want to be financially free? Why you want to be debt free? Why? So you can live this life worth living instead of living a life survival, struggling, having credit card debt, having automobile debt, having a mortgage, all this stuff. Debt, debt, debt. Debt means you owe somebody else money. That's why I'm telling you, have a plan before you even start building this solid foundation. Because I want you to have something that you can say, Anthony told me I could build a strong, solid foundation, but I need to start a plan. Write out your goals. Make it plain so you can even read it and understand it. Because when I first started, I wrote out my plan. I want to have a house. I want to have a car. I want to have all these things. So what's the plan to get it? I got to start investing. It took me some time to realize on what investments that's going to bring me back the greatest return, but I had a plan. Now I have a car. Haven't made a car payment in almost 20 years. Got a home that I can afford. These came to being because I had a plan. That's why I want you. Don't start until you have a plan. The next thing you got to understand is discipline. Write this down. You got to have discipline to be successful financially, because you already written out the plan, but you got to have discipline to implement the plan in your life. Yeah, it's going to be hard sometimes. It's going to be rough sometimes. Your needs are met. You have food, clothes, shelter. You got your nice house, nice apartment. But then you want to go out and buy these nice handbags or buy the latest sneakers and everything. I've been through it. I've been through that. I got sneakers in my house I haven't even worn yet. You got to be disciplined, because everything is going to come after you. You're giving your money some instructions. You're giving your money some things to do. You're going to do some investing instead of spending. But sometimes you want to spend instead of invest. You want to spend on those desires that you want. I'm here to tell you, you're going to come up against those things. Those things are going to come up on you so strong, you were like, well, I can do it this way and I can do it that way. I can buy some new shoes today. It's not going to matter. Yes, it's going to matter. $150, $200 pair of sneakers that you buy today, you invested, you can get 5-10% interest on that $200. You can get $20, $15 a month by putting that in some type of financial security that's going to give you some interest back, making that money make money. And by it's making money, you can wait till the end of the year and buy those $200 sneakers, and you got the $200 that you originally put in there already sitting there making more money because you gave that money some instructions. That's what discipline means. Discipline means stick to the plan no matter what. Yeah, we come up with the emergencies. That's why we got to have an emergency fund. I will get into that later. But discipline tells you that you're going to stick to the plan until the plan produces that what you desire in that plan. Another thing you got to realize for this mindset to have a solid, strong foundation for your money, make a budget. Why are you making a budget? You know how much money you make. You got to write this stuff out, because you're going to write out what's coming in and what's going out. The currency. That's what currency means. The flow of money. Once you write down that budget, everything that's going out, you can look at it and say, okay, well, you know, I got to pay this, got to pay this, that, and the other. Whatever's left after that, you invest it. And then not only that, you will see what you're going to spend on, because you got to spend on your needs. Point blank, you spend on your needs. But the money that's left over on that budget, you invest all of that. How you invest it, that's up to you to find out. That's what's in your plan. But the budget is telling you, this is what's coming in, this is what's going out. The plan is telling you, this is what you do with what's left over. And you take what's left over and you invest it. Money market, invest it. Buy some real estate, invest it. Tell that money to go out, make some more money. Come back in and drop it off. And then go back out, make some more. Come back in, drop it off. You're giving your money instructions because you made a budget and you saw how much is left over. And then you can map everything out and say, oh man, I'm going to have an extra $1,000 this month. Man, I'm going to put that money to work, make 10% interest, come on back. By the time next month come, or you're doing some side hustle, you're seeing how much is left over. And the last thing I want you to understand that you have to do to build a strong, solid foundation for your money is to have an emergency fund. 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, even a year, 2 years. If you could build a 2-year emergency fund, I know everybody can't do it, but let's just say you have a 6-month emergency fund, a 6-month emergency fund. That means if all hell breaks loose, you lose your job or whatever the case may be, the stock market crash, you got money to take care of all your needs. They covered because you got a financial solid foundation. 6 months you can maneuver, you can do what you got to do to make some more money, get another job, or move to a smaller house, or whatever the case is. You got a cushion. That's what the emergency fund is, for an emergency. I'm not telling you take that money out, dip in there and take this out. No, it's for the emergencies. So if all hell breaks loose, you have that money sitting on the side. It could be in an investment. Set aside 6 months of funds in a liquid money market investment. And if all hell break loose, you take that money out, pay what you got to pay. But the money is making interest. You're giving that money instruction to make interest, but you can take it out without any penalties. That's what I'm telling you. 6, 9, 12 months of an emergency fund set aside, you have a solid financial foundation for your money. I want you to have a solid financial foundation for your money, because I don't want you to go through what I went through. I went through bankruptcy. I went through foreclosure. I lost cars. I had my cars repossessed. All these things that happened because I didn't have a solid foundation. I was making money, and more money went out than what I was making, and I was in debt. I don't want you to be in debt, because I went through these things and I came out on top. And I want you to have all these assets that I call assets, my experience, to help you build a solid financial foundation, because I don't want you to go through or experience what I went through. These videos right here, they're going to help you get to that next level of your financial literacy. So until next time,